Hello, guys. Welcome once again to Design with Johnson, and this channel is Create with Jay. And today we're going to be looking at how to create flattened text. Those texts you see looks as if they are lying on the floor, lying on the ground. We're going to see how we can achieve that today, and also see how we can manipulate shadows on images. And also you can see what's on my screen. This is what we'll be creating today. You want to learn how to create that, just hop in on this tutorial as I teach you how to get that done. Also would also be touching the background, seeing how to create this amazing cloth like background on this design. So flow along with me as we create that now. Alright, so the first thing we'll be doing on this is we'll look at this image and this design, and we want to create the background first. And you see, we're just gonna pick a rectangle tool and drag that over the image to get the exact size. Give that a black outline, and it looks like that rectangle has an existing effect, which you're going to remove the transparent effect, and then we're going to give it a white color. Alright, so with that we would be able to move on. Now the next thing we're going to do is we want to create this background, and for this tutorial we'll be using Corel Draw and Photoshop at the same time. So when you want to create, you do where to create to bring out your open your Photoshop. Alright, so what we'll be doing here is this is a pattern containing two colors. It's a two color pattern, and this is what you see there. See something like this, and this is red. Okay, move this. This is red, and we have something else, another rectangle which is white. So let's remove the outline color, and then cut that, open a new page, paste that, and we have this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to export this. So you click on your Ctrl E to export, and then we're going to export these to this folder, and then we're going to call it two colors, and save that. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to create that cloth-like background from Photoshop. Now that cloth-like background is, we're going to be needing a mock-up for it, and you can get that mock-up online. I'm going to drop a link on this video to a link where you can get that, you can download that mock-up from. Okay, so I have that mock-up in my downloaded files. Okay, so I'm going to just extract that. Okay, so we got that, and we'll open it. We got to extract these also. Okay, then we're gonna open that, and then inside of it you find the PSD file to what we're looking for. Then you open up that with your Photoshop software, and it should come up. So it's loading now. It's loading now. Remember, we're trying to create that background. We're trying to create that cloth-like background now. Okay. So it's just gonna take some time. So it's open, and this is what we're going to do. You see some instructions in the front of you here. Double click on change this layer effect. In the opened window, paste your design, then close it and save it. Adjust opacity of the light and shadow layer. So this is what we're going to do. We're first going to disable this instruction on display. So you turn off the eye, turn off the visibility, and that goes off. So we're going to this is what we're going to get right now. We're going to use this to get our background, but before we do that, we need to import our background into this Photoshop environment. So we're going to open, and then we'll go to the where we saved our two pattern background. We saved it as two colors. Yeah, so this is what we have. We're going to open this now. Yeah, we got this. Then we go back to this file, and then come down here, change this, double click on change this, and it's going to load out something. It's going to load out a page where you can replace the existing design. Okay, so that's loading. So here you go, this is what we have, and we're going to replace this background with an image. So we're going to double click on the background to unlock it, and we can name it new BG. Okay, we have a new BG. Now we come to this file, and then we ensure that our mouse is on the selection tool, the move tool. Then you drag this image into this file through the tab, bring it down and release it. So we can actually try that again. Drag it into the file and release it. So that's a bit of okay. This is what we're going to do. We're going to unlock this background as well. Sorry, that was an oversight. So we've unlocked this, so we can move it now into this place and release it here. So this is what you have. When you drag it, comes here, and you can see it there. Now you activate Ctrl T. You activate your controls, so you can transform that. Ctrl T. Alright, so we have our Ctrl T, and then what you do now is you hold Shift down and drag this across. Now before you do that, you should convert the angle of angle where the location angle to 90, so that it can rotate 90 degrees, and then hold on your shift now, drag this image. So you are going to drag it such that it can cover the entire space available. So yeah, this is what we have. Now you click on your enter key so that the transformation can be effected. And now you see that it's applying that transformation to the image. Now we've been able to add the two color pattern we created in Corel Draw, and it's loading. Once it's done loading, we would save it. Yeah, so now it's done loading. Now you can save it. Ctrl S. So it's gonna save. So you see that it is saving up here, and now it is updating the smart object we started working with. Now you see the transformation that we've just done. You see the beautiful transformation that we've just done there. Now what you do is go back to your original file, and boom, that's what we have. Awesome, lovely, beautiful, and this is so interesting. Okay, so this is what we do. Now we need to turn off this background so that we can have just that image, and then come to your file. You can export it as a quick PNG, or you can export it as a JPEG. I'll just export it as a quick PNG so that we can quickly continue with our design. Now I'm going to save that. I'm going to save that as my rough place. Save. Okay, so having done that, we now come back to Corel Draw. We can actually do the other things here, but do the other things in Photoshop, but let's just do it here since we understand it better. So now we come back to our initial file and we take it to fit. Now we want to drag that wrinkled clothes into this design. So we go to our assets and pick we're looking for the wrinkled clothes. The rough clothes rather. Rough. Okay, so I'm sure it's still saving. Or rough clothes. Just hold on a bit. I'll get that now. Yeah, so we have this. This is what we got. Now I brought it to our Corel file. Let's convert that transformation to vertical 90 and maybe this way, and let's power clip it inside a rectangle so we can have a good frame for it. This is what we have. Okay, so I think this is awesome already. I think this is beautiful already. Okay, and all right, so the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to get this picture. We're going to get this picture, and what you do is you get this picture. I downloaded that picture, so I'm just going to pick it from where it is downloaded, and this is the original picture. um, this is the original picture. Okay, and then you can use your B-spline tool to get that picture cropped neatly. So we're going to do that, and so you go through with your Bezier B-spline rather, and you go through the edges till you get back to your beginning node, and then you make sure you get into that node again to create that, and you can see this is what we have. Okay, now yours might not have this white color. Don't bother, because it's just because that is colored. So I've removed the color. You just see a line there. Now what you do is click on this line, hold shift and click on this background image, and then come here, click the intersect tool, intersect, and then come here, delete this original, and you can as well delete this, and there you go. You have your image already. Now you bring your image here, you can reduce it a little. Okay, and now you see that the images, we've gotten our image. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to write our text. And what's our text? We have uh, let me just have using and pick the font. Okay, so here we have rush forward, and then we'll bring it here, and then we make it 90. Then you can increase that and increase that. Please start here, and then you can make it white. So you can see we're gradually getting there. Now we can bring this shift page up. What I just did is I brought this image up so this hand can be on top of that text. Just right click, order, and then you can say to front of page, whichever. And then the next thing I want to write is Marcos. Right. Okay. And then bring that here. And then you give it Kenny. Okay. And so you can see that we're coming super with that already. Now we want to do the flattened text. So we bring that here. Bring that here. And then take it back to the 0. Okay, and then give it Morganite. What kind of font? So this is what we have, and then we can make it bold. So this is what we have, and then bring it down here. Now we want to make it flat, so we just come here, effect 3D rotate. Now you can drag this here and see what you got. You can move this round to get your desired style. Okay, so I think I'm cool with this. So okay, and then I can pull this down. Pull this down, down better. Pull it down better. So there you go. You have your text. Lying on the floor, and it looks as if the player is running on top of it. And I'm trying to make sure that comes very properly. Yeah, that's okay. Now you notice that the image looks, so we need to put a shadow on top of the image, and this is what we're going to do now. We're going to put a shadow on top of the image, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this and then put a shadow on top of the image. And that's what we've got. We've been able to do that, and is this awesome? Yes. So just one final thing, we're going to just put an effect under the foot so it looks very real. So you pick a circle and then you drag this here, and then you give it a color black, and then you remove the transparency, and then you put it under it here, and then you make sure this is on top of it, and then give it a blur effect of feather blur, or you can say that, give it a blur effect of the Gaussian blur. And that is what you have. So it looks like a realistic so that is what we've got, and you can see that we've been able to replicate that very properly, and that's so easy, and of course you can duplicate this and put it under here, and that's super, that's lovely already. So that's all about that, and we've been able to do that awesomely and beautifully. So that's nice. Thank you. See you next time.